He's such a good route runner, good in space.
Hello, everyone. Okay, I haven't done this in a long time because all I get is you're boring.
Brooks averaging around 6 yards a carry.
You're mediocre. Well, I'm no Gabe Zona. I'm no E.T. Williams. I love those guys, but I'm just not one of them. That's not the way I do things.
Try to get to the outside, cuts it back. Boy, he is shifting.
And I pause a lot because I like to think before I say anything.
The offensive formation, offset Rodney Smith, and then they just flex Shannon Brooks out of the backfield and blow him through there on some of these flies.
Today,
also still an opportunity we've seen, man.
We are going to answer the question.
Smith as well. You can threaten the perimeter and you can threaten the tackle.
Did the founding forefathers leave the definition of natural-born citizen undefined?
Great play by safety Tony.
Open to interpretation.
Timed it just right. Nobody there to block him.
Because everyone is always arguing with me that it's not divined, Kenny.
They have to step up big. Frazier will.
That's what the corrupt lawyers say.
Great play by number 18.
And it's true, that's what the corrupt lawyers say. It's not defined. It's open to interpretation. If that is true, then think about what has just been done to you by the founding forefathers. Did they intend to eventually restore the British Empire to power?
People of the UAW American auto industry have helped make this country.
Are you awake? Are you hearing me?
And we celebrate our victories in our communities. We are people just like you who are doing our.
Because if that's the case, then we're all screwed.
FCA.
Which truck brand do you think offers best-in-class HD towing, best V8?
And this is the way I do it. I do my videos. I laugh a lot because
That's the Chevy Silverado.
You stupid people are hilarious.
And the Chevy Colorado.
Not all of you are stupid, but the ones who don't think like me are hilarious.
Plus, find your tag and get your cash on select Silverado models in stock.
So, let's ask ourselves, did the founding forefathers intend to eventually relinquish their newfound republic and give it back to the British Empire? Now, if you're a conspiracy theorist, and I have to admit, I'm a conspiracy theorist.
You said it would make me cool.
They don't sound cool.
You'd say, yes, they were Freemasons.
You gotta stick up for yourself. Like with the Name Your Price tool. People don't bust their budget.
The Freemasons
Aren't you lactose intolerant?
This isn't lactose.
were Satanists. And the Illuminati were also Satanists. Now, people argue that the Bavarian Illuminati ceased to exist after the fall of the Holy Roman Empire. Which is true, but then they were re-envisioned and infiltrated the Masons. So, anybody who is a 33rd degree Mason knows about the Satanism and all of that. Anybody who's a lesser level of Freemason only knows what the 33rd degree Masons are willing to tell them.
East side of Detroit.
My brother's falling asleep over there.
Backpacks. Central Michigan packed 18,000 pounds of potatoes. 1,400.
I am of the view that they were split because the lesser levels did not know
Gain of about a half a yard.
what the 33rd degree Masons knew
So if you're Central Michigan, obviously you're
about the corruption.
on throwing the football around. You have had
And that,
little to
yes,
no success. You're 9 of
the
20,
33rd degree Masons knew that they were going to give
What do you do
back
Well, that's
to the
hard
British
part.
Empire.
Because coming into this, we talked about the play calling being balanced, but the production has
And
been
the lesser level
the
Masons
passing game.
did not know
The
that.
question was coming
They
into this,
were
so the
Christian
strength was in their
and
secondary, their passing
wanted to break away.
units really in the country, despite
And they defined natural-born citizen much different than the 33rd
Well, the screen
degree
game had
Masons
moved a little bit
did.
Earlier, not now. Ross hit immediately by Jack Lynn, the junior.
Ask yourself,
That's a
where
so now
did the founding fathers get
that
the
was
idea
last bastion really was
for their
the
new
offensive production,
republic?
Because they have been able to slip Ross either in there on sweep passes, hit him on a couple of screens. On the last possession was Julian.
Democracy was born
Jack Lynn
in
all over him.
Greece,
The hard part is how do you
the
share
early
football field? Haven't
Greek
been able to do it.
Empire, which was at war with the Persians. You recall the Battle of Thermopylae?
Not been able to threaten.
It's a pretty famous story. But that's where democracy is born.
Move that pocket out to the wide
The
side.
forefathers
Pressure again.
took
Almost got
the
hit right
democracy
at the goal
of
line. Good thing he got that one
Greece
away. And now with 11 seconds to
and
go
put
in
it
the third
together
quarter,
with
the Chippewa punt
the
team.
early Roman Empire,
You're setting up great field position for the coach.
just before Caesar declares himself dictator.
An offensive drive, Cooper Rush came into it. He gets the football out, makes good decisions. He's been pressured a lot in this game.
It was a republic. Now, the founding forefathers took what they knew from Aristotle and this chap named Vattel.
The Chippewas' normal punter all season decided to transfer right before the team came to Detroit.
And it is there where we get the definition of citizen. Not natural born citizen, not
Third quarter.
natural born subject, not citizen, citizen.
Fourth quarter on the other side.
Words are interchangeable, as you guys are always arguing with me. So we have to go to what Aristotle tells us citizen means. And here it is.
You can have like 1,000 gadgets.
Mr. Aristotle.
Wrap up the deals and wrap up the year in a new Chevy. Current qualified competitive lessees can get this Chevy Equinox LT for around $243
Part 2.
and get $500 lease cash on select Equinox vehicles in stock.
Now you're going to make me go buy a Chevy.
But in practice, a citizen is defined to be one of whom both parents are citizens. Both parents. Others insist on going back further. Okay, this is the argument that I was making earlier to some friends of mine. That if we are going to have a constitutional convention, we should make it clear that 2 or 3 more ancestors is a practical definition. In other words, second, third generation American. Well, in my case, that would be second generation American, because my grandfather on my mother's side was German, and my grandfather on my father's side was Apache, but he was from across the border.
The college football playoff semifinals.
So therefore a Mexican citizen. So my parents were born here,
Your paycheck, your family depends on
and then they had
But if
me,
something happened to
making me second generation
you need
American.
life insurance. And chances are SelectQuote can get it for you for under $1 a day. SelectQuote found Alec 38, a $500,000 policy.
But there you have it.
Under $23 a
Two
month.
parents
SelectQuote
who have
found
already been
a $350,000
naturalized.
policy for under $14 a month.
You go through the naturalization process. Now, in the early beginning of the Republic, how did the founding forefathers naturalize themselves? That's quite simple. The Revolutionary War was the way they naturalized themselves. After that, they considered themselves natural-born citizens, which is the same as natural-born subject, and citizen.
Well, the last time Minnesota won a game was back in 2004.
It's all interchangeable, which is how the lawyers, the corrupt lawyers of today, have allowed the loophole for these people who are not qualified to run for presidency. Now, see, they're perfectly legal to run for the office of Senate or the office of the House. You know, that's okay. But our founding forefathers, the ones that were not of the 33rd degree, did not want a British subject to run for the president. And now you're thinking, oh, why does all of this matter? Because of Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio.
Shannon Brooks caught from behind, a loss of 3.
Ted Cruz was born in Canada.
I feel for the first time there's a little bit of energy coming from that.
His mother
Michigan defense.
was supposedly the American, but we don't know if she became a Canadian citizen. All we know is that Ted Cruz had Canadian citizenship, and then he goes and renounces it.
Third down.
Well, here's another grabbing attention issue. Okay? Did anyone stop to think that Canada is still a part of the British Empire?
See right there, that ball. I feel like it rolled off the right forearm. It was on the
Did you know that Elizabeth, the Queen of England, is also known as the Queen of Canada? Now, that's going to piss off a whole lot of Canadians, I know. I know that. Okay? But it's important for them to know, yes, you are independent from the British Empire, but the Queen and your ministers still get together to discuss how things are going to be run. So, if this is true, and I'm going to attach all these links to let you do your own study.
But you know what? We can't.
Then Ted Cruz is not only Canadian, he is a British subject.
On 4th and 2.
And of course, Marco Rubio is the anchor baby. Yes, his parents did not become citizens right away when they came to America from Cuba. And they did not become citizens until he was, I don't know, about, much like Cruz. Cruz didn't come here until he was 4, and Rubio wasn't an American citizen based on the fact that his parents weren't American citizens until later on.
Cooper Rush hit as he throws. Caught. Out of bounds at the
So
36-yard line.
the Anchor Baby
Goes Corey Willis.
thing.
21-yard pickup.
Once again, pressure. Cooper Rush.
And it's important to note that according to Vital. Now let's go over there and find Mr. Vital.
Morris Watt's offensive coordinator for the Chippewas. He felt like they could complete some balls in front of Calhoun. He was a little bit less aggressive than Eric Murray.
Excuse me, my computer is very slow.
This may be the coming out party for the true freshman from right here in Detroit.
Vital's Law of Nations.
Once again, I mentioned it earlier in the first half. For a true freshman, I think he sets his blocks as well as anybody. Great job of allowing the blocks to get established in front of him.
Natural-born citizens are those born in the country of parents who are citizens. It is necessary that they be born of a father who is citizen. If a person is born there of a foreigner, it will only be the place of his birth and not his country.
In his high school career.
Okay? Okay. Now the corrupt lawyers argue, who's Vital? He, founding forefathers didn't follow Vital, but if you read the founding forefathers' correspondence between each other, you come to the realization that they based everything that they used to develop their republic on not only Vital, but Mr. Aristotle. You can argue all you want that it's undefined in the Constitution, but you have the founding forefathers' correspondence, and based on that, you're wrong.
And then the rest of the offensive personnel, everybody's a block. The Bush push to get him into the end zone.
And it turns out that there are two classes of citizens. The citizen who has the mother and father who were citizens, and the citizen who was simply born here on American soil. And you can argue all you want that, oh, they wanted a foreign child to eventually become the president of the United States, and not even consider he might have divided loyalties.
5'10", 190-pound frame. The Chippewas.
We do take an oath as we're growing up in the USA. That oath is given to us in schools. It's called the Pledge of Allegiance.
This is why you love bowl season. 18 carries, 96 yards.
And now you wonder why they are trying to take the pledge out of schools the way they did with the Bible. Because there is a cabal who wants to relinquish power to a global authority. Now let's look down here.
Hey, Ralph Punzel.
Oh, hey, Ronnie.
Where you headed?
Great Clips.
You're getting a haircut?
I checked in already. Using their online check-in.
I'm dying to check.
It saves you time.
You're getting a haircut. Why?
Thinking about applying to astronaut school.
I will attach all these links
See you, Ronnie.
so you can
Save time.
do your
every
own
time.
studying
Download the online
in your
check-in app
free
today.
time.
Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Fact. Advil pain relievers are used by more households than any other leading brand. To treat their aches and pains, more people reach for Advil. Relief doesn't get any better than this. Advil. Some are seduced by the dark side.
But I know that the question you are going to ask me is, well,
To the light.
what does it matter? They're you know, they were eventually raised here.
Choose yours. Get 0% APR for 75 months on select 2015 Fiat
And they
Abarth
did
models.
go through
Ends January 4th. Star Wars.
The naturalization process.
At Chili's, lunch combos come with your choice of soup or salad and a side of home-style fries.
That's fine. If you want to vote for him, I'm not gonna fight with you about it. You can go right ahead. I just don't trust the guy, Cruz or Rubio.
New Year's Eve and New Year's Day on ESPN and streaming live on
Because in my opinion, only Trump,
Well, the storyline
Carson,
right there for Central Michigan is first
and,
three drives this half, not very good.
Paul
But when they needed a good one, they got it. And they have a one
are eligible to run.
KJ Bay scoops up that
We don't know
down to the 26-yard line.
what the intent
Well,
of
welcome, Romello Ross.
Rubio
What a day
or,
he's had inside Fort Field.
Cruz is. Now, everyone swears up and down, and then this comes mostly from Texas. Oh, he was good in Texas. I don't care. My mother and and uncle, they came from Texas.
None more important than that final touch. About the entire team of the offense.
Politicians are going to tell you whatever you want to hear.
So Minnesota's going to try to answer the bell now. They'll go to KJ May. Good way to start it. Their leading receiver over 100 catches in his career now. Picks up 6.
I'll attach the links. You decide for yourself. But it seems rather sinister to me. It does. It seems rather sinister to me.
That very easily could be the difference in games like these. They have to start capitalizing on the momentum that they're
So if you want to call me asshole or whatever, and I really don't care because I get that all the time.
Rodney Smith out of bounds. Another first down. 5 yards.
works for Central Michigan.
I'll let you
Why can't it
decide.
work for Minnesota?
But I've already made up my mind. I don't trust any of these politicians at all. They're all established.
So far here today,
But if I have to,
the ground game has been more than supportive. We've seen
I'll stick with Trump,
Shannon Brooks and Rodney Smith contribute. Sometimes lining
Paul,
up
and
offensive formation at the same time.
Carson.
Handoff. Smith coming near side. Getting close to the
And you can do
45-yard
whatever you like.
Pickup of 7. Coleman on the tackle for Central Michigan.
And I'll think
See
about
Minnesota establish drives, start
doing
marching
this again
football.
sometime.
You see them
But I don't
obviously when
do
they
this too
come
often
those runs
because
established and run up the play action.
of all
Nice
the
passes downfield, Drew Waller
bad
has found his way
review
open.
I
Chippewa
get.
secondary multiple occasions, 2 big catches for him.
Catch you later.